Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami, George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger, Albert Campman. Spotlight High School Wrestling, WPIAL 3A and 2A boys. Santino Sloboda of Butler won the gold medal 127-pound class. It's his second WPIAL title. His record this year is 41-0. Case Chop of Butler has had a brilliant career. He took a silver in the 145-pound class. Owen Lehue of Knock took silver in 2A 145. And in girls, Braylee Ireland of Knock, she took first in the 118-pound class. And Monica Osborne of Butler, she was third in the 235-pound class. There were 8 other Butler and Seneca Valley girls. They all made the regionals. And in boys District 10 2A Section 2 championship, Zach Tuberville of Slippery Rock High School, 160 pounds. He took first, and in section wrestling, he finished 4th in a District 10 championship. Just outstanding event. These wrestlers and how hard they work is amazing.
They have a self-discipline. That's what they always use. Most of them are good students because it runs hand in hand.
WPIAL swimming and diving. I'll give you one guess who swept the diving. Boys and girls.
No.
Boys 3A first, Ethan Maravich, North Allegheny. Girls diving first, Maggie Lapina, North Allegheny. Second, she's had a great career, Maya Lee of Mars. Third, Juliet Hood of North Allegheny. And fourth, another outstanding swimmer, Ellie Waters of Seneca Valley. Hey, basketball playoffs, boys, WPIAL 6A, quarterfinal, Newcastle 64, Butler 3. Butler finishes 16-7. In the semifinals, Newcastle defeated Mount Lebanon. They will move into the championship game against Upper St. Clair. Upper St. Clair defeating Central Catholic. That'll be quite a game.
Oh, yeah.
Upper St. Clair will be the favorite.
Their size, 6'10",
big,
6'8".
Newcastle has three players, though, that play college.
So they can get over the rim, those guys.
So
don't think they
they're
can.
good.
They're short, maybe shorter.
Yeah,
this was written in July.
Yep.
This was
This is nothing here.
The only one they worried about was Imani Krishna moving up from 1A to 6A, but they were still not ready.
So you have the speed and quickness of the Canes against the size and the power of Upper St. Clair.
That's the way it is.
5A quarterfinals, Mars 64, Penn Trafford 19. Drew Nevada had 19 points. Austin Robluski had 17. Next up, Mars in the semifinals against Peters Township. In 4A boys quarterfinals, Avonworth 72, Knox 63, Alex Ballman. He had 28 points. And then in the consolation, Knox 72, Elizabeth Forward 59, Bauman had 22. So how's this work? They win the consolation.
Well, yes, what they used to do. If you lost to the champ, you were third. The team that lost to them was fifth. Now they play them back.
Okay. So both Knock and Elizabeth Forward.
Well, I've been Knock one. They're in for
depending on
sure.
how many teams get in.
Exactly.
Right.
See, and what that goes
different.
by how many.
Every classification is different.
See, like depending on how many you put in, how many you get to take. Like for example, up in District 10, there are so many 4A teams. 5 make the state playoffs,
right.
which is way more than
my question would be: you have this consolation game between Knock and Elizabeth Forward.
Yeah,
the teams ought to know if we win, we're in.
Oh,
they
in.
Know.
Yeah,
oh,
they know.
Okay.
We're not sure.
We don't know about Elizabeth Forward.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I would guess yes, but see, in the old days, if Knock lost to the winner, they were third. If Elizabeth Forward lost to the loser, they were fourth. They didn't play. All
right, North Catholic 71. Beaver 42, Jason Fredericks with 30, Jude Rotman with 25. Next up, the championship game, North Catholic 19-5 versus Bell Vernon 20-4. This ought to be a terrific game.
It'll be a really good game. Bell Vernon's a slight favorite, but I think North Catholic going to win. I have North Catholic winning it.
Girls 6A quarterfinals, Mount Lebanon 47, Seneca Valley 45 in overtime. Gracie Cato with 16. Seneca Valley finishes 15-7. And in the first round, Cannon Mac 58, Butler 41. Butler finishes 11-11. 4A quarterfinals, North Catholic 41, South Park 25. Brady Wayner had 18 semis. How about this? Might be the best game of them all. Semis. North Catholic 21-3 versus Oakland Catholic 21-3.
Oakland Catholic
whooped them bad.
Oakland Catholic got
They're really good.
They beat them up.
You don't think it'll be a competitive?
No, they beat them.
They already did.
They played last night.
Beat them. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
I didn't catch it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And the consolation game, Elwood City played Olsh.
Yeah.
Did they play recently?
Olsh killed them.
Okay. All right, 5A quarterfinals. Mars 55, Bethel Park 42. Cecilia Christie had 22 points. And in the semis, South Fayette 67, Mars 32. And Mars would play TJ in the consolation. Boys District 10 4A first round, Slippery Rock High School 54, Fairview 44, Josh Book had 22, and in the quarterfinals, Hickory 53, Slippery Rock High School 45, Slippery Rock at 13-11. Hickory, they're just there every year, are they not?
Yeah, they have a nice program. And Slippery Rock now will play Oil City.
Slippery Rock plays tonight at Slippery Rock.
Uh-huh. They'll play for one of those consolation games we talked about.
Right.
I think if Slippery Rock wins, they go in, I think.
Oh, they're taking 5. They're definitely.
5. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they have to win.
Be.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Boys District 9, Cranberry 69, Carn City 52, Shane Peters with 19 points. Girls District 9 3A semis, Carn City 52, Monotol 30, Naomi Vaneski had 22 points. And Girls District 10 4A, Slippery Rock High School 54, General McLean 46, CJ Sabo had an outstanding career. She had 23, backed by Madison Romanovich with 18. Next up, semis against Harbor Creek. They always seem to be around there all the time, Harbor Creek.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some good programs up north. Not as many as down here, but the
not
girls,
as many teams
recently, the girls, like for years, Hickory was really good. The last few years, Hickory, Sharon, and Grove City, not as good now.
Hey, college basketball, Slippery Rock University, the men on a roll. They defeated Clarion 83-72. Day Waters with 23, Jomo Goings 18, and then they turned around and knocked off IUP 78-71 to complete a sweep. When's the last time they've done that? And they won at IUP for the first time since 1992.
Mm-hmm.
Jomo Goings and Day Waters with 20 points each. The win gives the Rock 14-13, 11-9, a home playoff game.
Yeah, they're dangerous. I'm telling you, I was talking to Ian the other day. They have some offense.
Yeah, absolutely.
You saw it.
Yes, the game against Cal.
Man.
Right. On the other hand, Pitt's hopes for March Madness took a nosedive when they lost at Notre Dame 76-72 to a Notre Dame team that was on a 1-5 skid and had 2 of its leading scorers out of the game. Pitt now really up against it, 16-11, 7-9. 4 ACC games left. They almost have to win all 4 of them.
As I look at that program, I call it a program. I don't know. Are they going to bring Cable back? That's going to be very
You know how many
interesting.
years he's made the NCAA tournament in the 7 years?
How many?
1.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with him. That's interesting, but he's always on the edge. But this program this year has not been good.
Now, how about the talk about the ACC and the Big East maybe combining?
Oh, my.
Is that crazy?
It's happening over and over. I'm just kind of used to it now. Immune. Yeah. I'm immune
That's
to it.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they doing? Oh, okay.
And when you talk about, there was a Tuesday night, you talk frequent flyer miles. Pitt was at SMU. BYU flew to West Virginia. Southern Cal flew to Penn State. This is how crazy it is.
Hey, Mick was on last week, Mick Cronin. He said, we've seen the Statue of Liberty 4 times already landed, he said.
No more student athletes.
It's no.
Athletes, students.
0.
No, we quit using
I don't
that.
go to class.
Don't use that
You
word.
can't go to
No, we quit
It is
using that word.
It is so crazy.
No.
It's just nuts.
No, and they were saying yesterday the Stanford AD stepped down. They said he's doing poorly. He can't adjust to coming. He's playing in the ACC, first of all.
Well, have you ever flown to the West Coast and
I
back?
know.
It takes you a while to adjust.
Yeah. Then those morning games, when they play at 1, it's 10 o'clock their time.
Imagine it's a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday, you're...
The AD can't adjust or the program. What they say?
Well, no, he quit. They forced him out. They haven't done well.
They're blaming him.
Yeah, blaming him. Yeah.
So, most of these athletes...
He's in charge of the athletic program.
They're taking
portal.
online classes. They're taking online.
It's not a thought Stanford's
They
paying.
led the country for years with the most wins.
How could Pitt be at SMU?
When it was normal.
Yeah.
When it was normal.
So how could Pitt be at SMU on a Tuesday night and someone has a 9 o'clock class Wednesday
Well,
morning?
they're not going.
They can't go.
Yeah,
No.
the reason I wouldn't fire Cable, I was going to say, until they get more NIL money, they can't get the best players.
Wow.
I mean,
when you figure out where that's coming from, let me know.
That's what I'm saying. The behind the scenes things now, it's not coaching. It's how much money you can raise
Because they'll leave.
to bring players in.
They'll leave it.
Yeah. Hey, high school rifle. Butler's co-ed rifle team won the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Prone Championship. Sophomore Jackson Jungling, he won the state individual championship. And in college swimming, Butler grad and Clarion senior David Bocci took home 4 PSAC medals. He took gold in the 200 meter butterfly, a new school record, plus 2 silvers and a bronze. And knocked grad Caden Tragi, Penn State Altoona. He won the men's 500-yard freestyle at the Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference Championship. And Slippery Rock High School grad Emma Plank, she was a member of Grove City College's winning 400 free relay team at the President's Athletic Conference Championship.
That was Saturday.
Yeah, Grove City seems to dominate swimming.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Seems
Very
to
good job.
dominate swimming.
All right, our stories of the week. National Hockey League. Outside of watching the Pens win their 5 Stanley Cups, the Four Nations face-off was just great hockey. I don't know if I enjoyed hockey as much as this one. It was fierce. It was brutal. It was relentless. They were sacrificing their bodies. There was a lot of bumps and bruises those guys endured. And the first USA-Canada hockey match, there were 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. I didn't really care for that. Thank God there weren't any more of those the rest of the way. But then that last game between the U.S. and Canada, with Canada winning 3-2 in overtime on Connor McDavid's goal, was just it's a classic that'll be replayed. I don't know about you guys, but I'm watching and you're rooting for Mike Sullivan, USA, but at the same time you want Sidney Crosby to do well. And how about what Mark Messier said about Crosby? He ranks him as one of the top 5 National Hockey League players all time.
That's saying something with all the great players there have been. And
Right.
Well, first of all, he's a credit to the game.
Oh,
Just an
outstanding, one of the best.
person. And he's an all-around player. See, if you just go by scoring, there's other guys who have. He's a great forechecker. He's a great leader. He can put his body on people if you need to. See, the people who know hockey know that he does everything. He's a complete player.
His humility, too.
Yeah.
I just oh, my gosh. A guy like that, I can't get enough of the humility.
And you know what? While the other pro all-star games have become a joke, this hockey all-stars, man, these guys are serious when they go after one another.
Well, they made that. They knew it was going the other way.
Yes.
And so they said, "Let's do this."
That game was 11-10 also, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
And so they really that hit home.
Yes.
You know, if anything, a hockey thing ever hit home, people who don't watch a lot were zoomed in.
And occurring so close to that garbage the NBA puts out.
That's
Oh,
garbage.
I didn't watch it.
No.
Hey, back to reality, though. After the Four Nations face-off, the Pens give up 13 goals in the first 2 games, an 8-3 loss to Washington, which they looked like they were hypnotized by Houdini standing out in the court. Then a 5-3 loss to New York Rangers. The Pens are 27-9, last place in the Metro. They not only have a goalie problem, they have a defensive problem. The only other team to give up more goals is San Jose with 216. The Pens have given up 209. And the Pens have the 3rd worst goal differential in the National Hockey League. You know, it's reached the point, someone like the Steelers, after a loss, well, we needed to do this, we need to do that, we need to do A, B, and C. The point is, you can't do it. That's why you have a losing record, and it's not going to change.
No.
2 thoughts, and I could repeat. Steelers, the first thing everybody says, let's get rid of Tomlin. I never hear Mike Sullivan's name mentioned. Like,
You said this before, and you know that.
I've heard some criticism.
I get this on repeat over and over. How can they go after one coach like a maniac and not go after Sullivan? That's number one. Number 2, it's the same thing as the Steelers. They're not good enough.
They're not good
No,
enough.
that's what's really
But
simple.
you hear them say, the Steelers are saying,
They're not good enough.
when the Steelers say, we need to start.
No, the Steelers and the Penguins aren't good enough.
We need to stop the run. But you can't do it. You're not doing it.
Steelers and
You're
the Penguins
singing
are the same boat.
song over and
They're
over.
It's like
same
bringing
boat.
Matt Stafford in. They're so far from one guy making a difference that it's not funny.
Yeah, right. Hey, Alex Ovechkin, he got a hat trick last week. He's now 13 goals from the record of 894 by Gretzky. He's one of the great guys of hockey. Ovechkin.
I know one thing. He plays hurt. And
Yes.
that's why I like guys that play hurt. He's a banger and a great shot. Has a great shot. But his longevity, as far as he plays,
Yeah.
His
pretty
gray
amazing.
hair. I noticed the other day. I was watching some highlights.
Yes.
He's been
His
around
hair
a
like
while.
us.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey, and on a somber note, guys, rest in peace. Mike Lang passes away at the age of 76. You know, Pittsburgh has been blessed. We look at it growing up with great announcers from go way back, Joe Tucker, the Steelers, Bob Prince, and Jim Woods with the Pirates, and Bill Hillgrove with Pitt Football and Sports.
Bob Prince.
I said Bob Prince.
Myron Cope.
Yeah.
Myron Cope.
yeah,
Myron
yes,
Cope.
We were really been. There's no
Yes.
place like Pittsburgh.
They're homers. And,
Yeah.
and Pittsburgh fans like homers.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's the way it works, yes.
Oh, those back in the days when the Pirate games, when they were at home, only on the radio, on the playgrounds at night with transistor radios, listening to Bob Prince and Jim Woods.
I explain it to my grandkids, by the way.
They can't
I should
imagine that,
understand
can
it.
they?
You put a TV on, there's 17 basketball games on 17 different stations.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You know, you used to get one.
Yeah.
right.
When Notre Dame played UCLA on a Saturday afternoon, you couldn't wait to
Remember
see it.
Houston, UCLA?
Yes, first
Oh,
one, really. Yes.
Hey, the NFL Combine is up this week. What are the Steelers looking for? How about everything? Name it. Big needs. They need 2 wide receivers, defensive lineman, a running back, offensive lineman, quarterback.
Is that all?
You know what? What are they doing with this quarterback situation? Dan Rooney said, we don't want both of them back. We want 2 quarterbacks the same to operate under one system. What's that mean?
They don't know.
They
That's the
don't
problem. That's the problem. They don't know.
You know what
And there is no good quarterbacks
So,
out
Coach
there.
Wilson,
So I
you
don't
want
know
another?
what to do. There's nobody out there.
Please don't tell me that rumor about Aaron Rodgers.
No, I hope
please.
not.
There's nobody out there.
Or Matt
How
Stafford.
about Stafford?
No.
He's pretty good. Almost beat the Eagles in the snow.
Okay, so you're going to give him his $30 million?
I would. He get hammered so bad. I told you.
They can't
He can't
block
move.
for him. They
Yeah, he
can't
can't
move.
move.
Yeah, $30 million. Now, that'd be a bargain if he's good at it.
You know, now the Steelers in the last 2 years, 5 quarterbacks. They're headed into this year
Yeah.
with maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So what? They're playing Wilson against Fields. Everything's going to come to a head March 11th. I'm going to tell Fields, we want you. Come back. Here's the deal.
That's what I would do.
But
He's a lot younger. That's why I'm going, because you have to get one of the top best 40 quarterbacks out there. He's one of the best 40 quarterbacks. But I don't know what they're thinking money wise. Or they want to spend money on a receiver.
You just added
You
to the
know.
cap and get
Yeah,
it
the cap's
up
got
to
bigger.
280,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Mhm.
yes, unrestricted free agents, running back Najee Harris. You know, they
Oh.
could have signed him last year in this option year for less money than they could possibly sign him for this year. Restricted
No, he's
free.
walking. He's gone.
Restricted free agent Jaden Warren, and then free agents linebacker Landon Roberts.
He's
I
gone.
say go. Cornerback Dante Jackson keep. Wide receiver Van Jefferson go, and offensive lineman Dan Moore and James Daniels. I say go there
It
too.
sounds right.
Lots of goes, huh?
Yeah, but
A lot of
exciting
goes.
news.
A lot of goes.
Exciting news. They signed another tight end. It's their now 12th tight end on the roster.
Who they don't throw the ball to
Donald
anyway.
Clark. Wait, you know how many games he played in last year? None.
There you go.
None. That will spark the offense. Now the Steelers. Let's look at this, please. Do not draft. This is not a good quarterback class.
No.
So you can get a quarterback 3rd, 4th round, maybe 5th
Right.
round as a backup.
I'm seeing Jackson Dart.
That's my number. I'm glad you brought it up. Here's how I rate him. You guys jump in. I rate Dart number 1, number 2 Cam Ward, 3 Shador Sanders, 4 I like Will Howard of Ohio State, 5 Riley Leonard of Notre Dame, 6 Quinn Ewers of Texas, and 7 Jalen Milroe of Alabama.
It's only one I take. Ward's the only one I would take
Yeah,
out of a whole bunch.
I don't think.
And I'm not
Sanders-
drafting anyone before the 3rd round.
No.
No.
You
not
know,
with the
you
needs
know
that
who
they have.
they're enamored with? This Cosell guy, who's one of the top experts. He likes the old guy at Louisville. He's 25,
I heard that.
and I don't know. I've seen. I
Well,
was.
what's his name in Oregon?
Soul
Is he
or
staying
Soul?
in? Is he coming back?
No, he's
coming out.
He's
too.
coming out.
Yeah, he's been
He's
around
small,
for what,
can't
7
move,
years.
Yeah, he's a 7. He tore that leg up so bad at Central Florida they almost had to amputate
Uh-huh.
it. So he's done a pretty good recovery.
You know, I think about some. If you want quarterbacks who can run and throw, you got Sanders and you got Howard. I don't know if Dart's much of a runner.
Yeah,
Or
Dart
Ward.
is. Dart's the best runner.
Dart's a runner.
Riley Leonard is an outstanding.
I know who
runner,
can't
too.
pass. The dude at Alabama.
Milroe. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh my God! What are they
Michigan
thinking?
ate him up.
Oh,
Ate him. They just destroyed him. Hey, if you're looking at a top wide receiver, you got Travis Hunter of Colorado and Mika Ibuka of Ohio State.
Yeah.
The guy I like is Ted McMillan, Arizona. He's another T. Higgins. He's 6'5", 210.
I think one of those last 2 years mentioned are going to be the number 1 pick for the Steelers.
It should
I
be.
think Ohio
did
State.
you get that far down?
I think, yeah.
Really?
We'll come last time.
20?
Yeah.
I like McMillan.
Uh-huh.
I like his size. Now you look at the Bengals; they're trying to re-sign all those
Yeah.
players, and so everyone else will take note. They bring back the defensive end, the wide receivers, take note of what they're doing because that's who you got to play against.
Yeah. The Bengals need some defense.
They're trying to reshuffle to spread their money out.
They'll do it because they want Higgins bad.
Yeah, it's all coming
because they're
from Burrow.
notoriously cheap.
Burrow has said, "You want to
Yeah,
win, you better
yeah.
bring these guys back."
Mhm.
Hey, it's defensive lineman, and we want this monster from Michigan, Kenneth Grant, who's 6'3",
He'll be
340.
gone.
He's a run stuffer.
He'll be gone.
Yeah.
Then you got Derek Harmon from Oregon and Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M. But there's a good draft for defensive
I
linemen.
would take the second and the third, either 2, 3, or 4. They'll get 2 defensive linemen in the second, third, fourth rounds.
Whoa.
Yeah, everything predicated upon to see what's going to happen with the quarterback
Yeah.
situation.
Who picks first, Tennessee or New England?
Yes.
I think it's
Tennessee.
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 New England won that last game.
Yeah.
Fired the coach
Trying
and
to
lost
trade
the
out.
number 1 pick.
They're all trying to trade out because
Yeah.
it's not a year. It's not a great year for quarterbacks.
No, I'm not impressed with Sanders at all. I think his father rigged the whole thing. I watched him. I told Al they're up 52-7. He's throwing deep. No one does that, but he's the coordinator's boss.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like those guys a little bigger and a little stronger the way the NFL is.
You have to
Today.
last.
Yeah,
you
have to last.
You get blasted.
Mm.
Hey, the NFL, by the way, they're looking to tweak the kickoff rule. Here's how I'd tweak it. I'd get rid of it and go back the way it used to.
So what I say too.
They're
Tweak
moving
what?
They're moving it back so there's more run backs, and they're bringing the ball out further if you kick it in the end zone.
Oh.
So you want
Okay.
run backs?
They want
Yeah,
run backs.
Okay.
They said concussions are down as a result.
Yeah, I trust them counting them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't lie.
It'd be like the mafia running
Yeah,
a morgue in New York
putting
City.
the fox in there, telling the fox, "Hey, go count the chickens."
Yeah, the
that'd
mafia
be a good
running
idea.
New York, a Morgan. So and so had 40 gunshot wounds. Yeah, but he died of an overdose.
Yeah. Something happened. He hanged himself in his cell.
Hey, in a league of their own,
Oh no, that.
talking about Major League Baseball and the Pirates payroll. You believe that the Dodgers will spend $389 million this year, followed by the Mets $330 million. They asked the Mets owner, "Why are you spending this much money?" He said, "I want to win."
Yeah.
The Philadelphia at 288, the Yankees at 285. The average total team payroll is $152 million. Last is Oakland, $80 million. The Pirates are in somewhere between $71 to $83 million. 71. What's Otani get? 70,
Yeah.
something like that.
Isn't it funny too? They defer that, of course, but with the Pirates, I read the other day theirs was larger 5 years ago.
And that's sad.
They're spending. They should have to spend more.
Yeah. Well,
We've said on this show a lot, Eddie.
Yeah.
Which there has to be a floor.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
$150 million.
But you need a
Right.
ceiling.
If you don't, I don't care about the ceiling.
But see, they don't go together.
I know that, but I don't really
Right.
care because
Yeah.
if you want to spend all the
Well,
money,
you got
want,
the
you
cheap
can.
owner,
But
yeah.
you have to spend $150 million.
Yeah. And
Okay.
you should have to spend every penny that the Dodgers pay in penalty
Right.
on salary.
Well, know this about the Pirates, and this comes from Forbes magazine. They're one of the top teams,
Oh,
if
yeah.
not the top,
Yes.
in percentage of profit. Not making the money, but
Right.
what they spend and what they make.
They make it off me. I know that.
Why are they
That's the,
gonna
name,
change?
that's the name of the game. Bringing in more than you take out. That's business.
Now look at their division. The Cubs
Oh.
payroll is 190, the Brewers 115, the Cardinals 136, and the Reds 90. So they're last in payroll again. Like they have their first baseman that they signed. He's hurt. They're
June.
not going out and getting anyone else.
June. He's not till
June.
Memorial
June.
Day.
All right.
That hurts badly.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
they're not
they
gonna
got.
go out
That
and
was
get
the best.
anyone.
That's the best guy they got.
But how's that happen? Don't they know he's hurt?
That's a sad commentary. That
No.
the guy they got to play first base is out.
Till June.
All right, college football. You'll be shocked to hear this. The SEC and the Big Ten, they want seed changes for the college football playoffs to be in line with how teams are
Don't get it.
ranked by the CF College Football Playoff Selection Committee. Oh, and yes, they want an expansion for the playoffs. Aren't you surprised that they want more teams from the SEC?
They went 6.
They'll get it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
They don't-
Any changes they make have to be unanimous. So that's going to be interesting.
Well, here,
Short of pulling out, what do they do? Because the ACC is not going to agree to fewer teams,
You know
no,
what, George? My thought on that is they'll get what they want.
or they'll pull
They'll
out.
pull out. See,
Yeah,
that's
they're-
what. In the meeting, they'll say, "Okay, Let's vote. And if you you vote again, don't vote for us. We're
play
pulling
ourselves.
out.
I don't even think it'll be that hard, Albert. I think it's going to look at the money. Here's more money.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to 16 teams.
Yeah, it won't change anything. There's still 4 rounds. It will not change anything.
No, not going to change, but the money and the TV rights and
no, fortune.
and here's the other thing. College football needs to make some changes about the early signing period. I think we're going to reach a point you're going to get rid of that spring game and do like the pros do, get together in June for practices. Why do you want to? You see coaches are more reluctant in spring games, getting players hurt.
What's the rollout?
They're out of spring
Don't
game.
get hurt.
All the big teams. I'm in the big ones. I'm talking the high states of the world.
Yeah,
they aren't playing any spring games.
No.
That's out. They just want to practice.
Right, they want to practice,
Yes.
and I think you ought to do the transfer portal needs to change. Wait till the season's over. You extend it.
That's coming too.
That's coming.
So they
too.
play in the bowls and the playoffs.
Yeah, in their early signing period.
Yeah,
let them sign at any time.
They lie about it. They say it was early. How about all the years they said they couldn't have a tournament because of finals? I mean, it's a joke.
It is a joke. The money rules the roost, and that's the way it is.
As always.
Hey, and speaking of changes, ESPN and Major League Baseball parting ways.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Baseball's on the decline.
Yeah, it's a one sport.
It's
that's
for me. It's on decline.
Yeah, it's changing. The young people just aren't jumping on it like they once.
You go to a baseball game, they're not watching the game anyway. They're watching their phones.
My buddy was at the Wizards game. He $300 a ticket. His daughters were playing Candy Crush. He sent me the picture of it. $1,000
to get into the game.
In the game.
They don't even watch
and his daughters were playing Candy Crush. He sent me a photo. I was sick for him.
Yep, that's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
That's it for us. We're out of time. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their networks get busy, calling and texting wins, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
The Armstrong Neighborhood Channel is your home for sports, community events, and award-winning shows from all of our Armstrong neighborhoods. Check your local listings or tune to Channel 100 to see what's happening in your backyard. Everything local lives on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
At Armstrong, our goal is delivering the best possible experience to our customers. We hold our work to high standards, and the safety of our employees, as well as the community, is essential. Our employees, business partners, and equipment are easily identifiable. We strive to be as unintrusive as possible, restoring public and private property to the way we found it. Because at Armstrong, it's not just about getting the job done, it's about doing it right and doing it safely.